Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be learning about bacteria and its salient, or we can say important features. I hope you have read about bacteria so many times. You might have heard of this term during even disease diagnosis in ads, newspaper, etc. So today we will be learning like what actually the bacteria are and what are the important characteristic of these bacteria. Okay, so first of all, the terminology bacteria, we have to be very clear at a first note that bacteria is not a singular term. Whenever we talk about the number of bacterium, then we can refer it as bacteria. So means bacteria is a we can say plural term, whereas the singular term for bacteria is bacterium. So when the number of bacteriums are present, or we can say the colony of bacterium is present, then we can refer it as bacteria. Okay, so now we will learn what make it distinct from other species. So one by one we will be learning ki what make a bacteria distinct from other species like fungi, algae, plants, etc. Okay, so first of all, if we talk about the very first feature, that is it is microscopic in nature. Microscopic in nature means it is only visible under a device called microscope. You might have heard in even Lifebuoy ad as well that bacteria is cannot be seen with the naked eye. So you need some kind of lens or a device called microscope. So means the bacteria are microscopic in nature. They can only be seen or visualized under the microscope, right? And then we have that it is prokaryotic in nature. Prokaryotic in nature means first of all we will try to understand the word prokaryote. Pro means primitive, karyot means karyot word refers to karyon, that means nucleus. So here the primitive kind of nucleus is present. So you might be knowing that primitive kind of nucleus was not properly organized. So that time the chromatin material used to be present in the cell, but it is not in the wherein it was not in the nucleus form. So means the primitive type of nucleus is found in bacteria, and this is the first primitive organism on planet. Means if you want to know that what type of species were present when the life started on the earth, right? So this was the bacteria. So bacteria was there and bacteria is also there, and bacteria will remain there due to its special characteristic. We will be learning later on. Okay, next thing we have is that they are omnipresent, means they are present everywhere. Either either you see the Thar desert, either you see the Arctic Ocean, everywhere this bacteria is present. So either you can say that either you talk about the colder condition or the extreme hot condition, the bacteria will be present. Okay, next comes the nutrition. So nutrition is that they are autotrophic in nature, heterotrophic in nature, saprophytic in nature, and also parasitic in nature. So it varies what type of bacteria we have. So it can take the nutrition, it can make prepare their own food as well. So we will be referring it as autotrophic. When we are saying that they are utilizing the nutrition from other species or other through external medium, that will be heterotrophic. And when it is feeding on dead and decaying matter, then it will be called as saprophytic. And when it is taking the nutrition from host or some other species or other thing is serving this bacteria and giving them food, so then they will be called as parasitic. So means the nutrition can be vary. It either bacteria can synthesize their own food, either it can take from others, either it can take the nutrition from the dead and decaying matter, or either through the mutualistic relationship. Okay, now because we said that obviously it is prokaryotic in nature, so it means it does not have any kind of nucleus, right? So now here we have the chromatin material present, or we can say nucleoid present. Okay, instead of nucleus we have nucleoid here. Now if we talk about the cell structure, so first of all, in the very periphery or outer side, we have the cell wall, right? So bacteria have a cell wall, and it is made of two portion, we can say, peptide and glycan portion. Means peptide is the protein portion, whereas your glycan is the sugary portion, right? So the cell wall is made of peptidoglycan. And अगर हम बात करते हैं that this peptidoglycan में, you will say that N-acetyl glucosamine, we call it as NAG and NAM, means N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetylmuramic acid linkage you will see in the cell wall. Okay, then because it doesn't have the characteristic of eukaryote, you know that eukaryote may we have different kind of cell organelles, among them is the mitochondria as well. So here we don't have mitochondria because it is prokaryotic in nature. Definitely it will be having some different kind of features than eukaryote. So here we don't have mitochondria, but instead of mitochondria we have the infolding of plasma membrane. Means, see, if we talk about the bacterial structure, so if this is the bacteria, so outer layer will be cell wall, inside there will be cell membrane. Okay, this is cell membrane and this is cell wall, right? So cell membrane may we will be having infolding. This is this type of infolding, and this will be served as mesosome, right? Ribosome type, because ribosomes are involved in protein synthesis, है ना? Ribosome have the two major thing, that is, sorry, so you can write here that ribosome have the rRNA and protein portion, right? So it is having because it is prokaryotic in nature, so definitely the ribosome type will be 70S. Okay, then some bacteria, they also possess flagella, cilia. So you might have seen that bacteria, they normally have some kind of thread like projections outside that helps in the movement, है ना? So they are flagella, and cilia is also there. Then it doesn't have any kind of histone protein and nucleosome. So you know that the histone protein and nucleosome, they are present in the eukaryotic cell nucleus, right? So where the DNA get packed. So because it is prokaryotic in nature, it doesn't have the nucleus, so definitely it will be deprived of histone proteins and nucleosome, and also it will be lacking the introns. Introns are the non-coding sequence. Then some kind of pigments are also present, जैसे bacteriochlorophyll. So they will be present within the cytoplasmic membrane. And if we talk about the reproduction, so they reproduce asexually. I mean, the no or we can say no involvement of sexes are there. So here they will reproduce asexually with the help of the process called binary fission. Talking about its size, so its size vary from 0.1 micrometer to 0.2 micrometer up to 50 micrometer. So it depends कि what sort of bacteria we have. So the marvelous example of bacteria is Escherichia coli. E. coli, you might have heard. And if you have ever eaten yogurt, so in that packaging also there are the formulation mentioned, and in that formulation they have mentioned, you might have heard or you might have noticed. If you have not noticed, then you can check it out whenever you will be having your yogurt. Just see the packaging, you will be seeing that the formulation is written in the behind, and that formulation is actually of bacterial type. So the Lactobacillus, Escherichia coli, Streptococcus thermophilus, all these are the bacterial species. When you talk about typhoid, so typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi, so that is also a bacteria. Okay, and other disease like tuberculosis, so tuberculosis is also caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So many type of bacteria we have. So again, I am repeating this, that bacteria, it is not a singular term, it is a plural form. So when you are talking talking about bacteria, we are not taking a single bacteria into consideration. We are taking the colony or the number of cells of bacteria. And here we have the important feature. In the next video, I will be covering what actually the flagella is and what are the other protrusion and other important present in the bacteria. And in the very next video, we will be also talking about the asexual reproduction. I hope you might have understand what actually the bacteria is. If you have any kind of doubt, you can mention in the comment box. I would love to answer it. Thank you so much.